It happened exactly 2 years after my father passed away. One day, our family went to visit his grave. While we were there, my young nephew suddenly pointed at my mother and said, "Grandma is going to die." We all assumed he was joking. "What did you just say?" He looked at her and replied, "There's a black figure standing near Grandma, so Grandma is going to die." Of course, there was nobody there. Then he added, "There was a black figure standing near Grandpa before he died too. That's why Grandma is going to die." It was unsettling, but he was just a child. None of us took it seriously. 3 months later, my mother became ill. After several tests, she was diagnosed with terminal cancer and was admitted to the hospital that same day. Her room was on the fourth floor. I visited her almost every day. One day, I brought my nephew with me. We got into the elevator and headed for the fourth floor. When the doors opened on the third floor and a patient stepped inside, my nephew suddenly ran out into the hallway. It struck me as odd. He knew perfectly well that Grandma's room was on the fourth floor. "Where are you going?" "Grandma's on the fourth floor." Without stopping, he replied, "The black figure behind Grandma is wandering around on the third floor." Then he walked straight into room 304. I followed him. The room was empty, no patient, no staff, nobody at all. It wasn't even being used. "See, there's nobody here." But my nephew just stood there staring into the empty room as if he could see someone standing there. After that, we went upstairs, chatted with my mother for a while, and went home. 2 weeks later, I received a call from the hospital. My mother's condition had suddenly become critical. I left work immediately and rushed to the hospital. As I hurried toward her usual room, a nurse stopped me. "Your mother's room has been changed. I'll take you there." I followed her down the hallway. Then I saw the room number. The very same room my nephew had run into 2 weeks earlier. I felt a chill run through me. My mother lay unconscious in the bed. I sat beside her and kept talking to her, hoping she could hear my voice. Her heart rate continued to drop. I began to think that this was it. Then suddenly she opened her eyes. "Mom! Mom!" She looked past me and asked, "Who's that?" I pointed toward the doctor standing nearby. "That's the doctor." She slowly shook her head. "No, it's the doctor." Again she shook her head. Then she looked around the room with a frightened expression. "Who are they?" "What do you mean?" Her eyes moved across the room, and in a trembling voice she said, "All the black figures standing in this room."